SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, El Grande. Got also known as the Big Cat. My cool guys, put your balls up. If you're rocking with the Big Cat, listen, man. Today we're here to talk about the Carolina Panthers. 6-week recap is in the bag, man. Listen, it's time for the bye week. Let's do a quick recapitulation of what happened. But first, one quick question before we get started. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like these boys love the Carolina Panthers? The gun show. Do you love the Carolina Panthers? If you look at it, give me a dab. Let's talk about it, man. The highs, the lows, and where we're at now. Let's get into it. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Let's talk about the recap of the last 6 weeks for Panther Nation. The highs, the lows, and everything in between. Let's start off with week 1 and week 2. I mean, Cam Newton came out and was playing through the first 2 games injured. We all speculated he was injured, but it wasn't confirmed until he went on YouTube with a glass of wine and a cigar and stated that he had hid the injury. So, 2 winnable games. I mean, listen, the Rams games was the only difference between us winning and losing was stopping the run and a play here made by the quarterback and a play there made by the quarterback. If those 2 things happen, we're looking at a victory. Also, turnovers. DJ Moore had a fumble in our own red zone. You can't have that happen as well. But very winnable game. Buccaneers game was probably the most disappointing game of the season for me, the first go-around. There's no way that Shaquille Barrett should have been able to dominate Darrell Williams like that. And again, like I said, Cam Newton wasn't able to move like we expected him to move because of that foot injury. But if I got to put a good spin on this first 2 games, Christian McCaffrey really showed us why he is the best running back in the NFL. I mean, he lit up the Rams for over 128 yards rushing, 81 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. I mean, this will be a trend going forward for how he will play. I mean, big part of this game. And James Bradbury established himself, and I'm going to go out on a limb, as the best corner in the NFL early. Interception against the Rams, high-powered team that was supposed to come in there and just blow us down. And he stepped up. He got a critical turnover that put the ball back on our offense hand to give us a shot. So James Bradbury early established himself. Christian McCaffrey established himself as well. And listen, Brian Burns. I mean, what can you say? I absolutely got it wrong on this guy. This guy's a freak of nature, soon to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he has showed up the first 2 games. And like I said, this defense, they gave up some yardage early. Okay? They gave us some yardage early through the run. And they shut down the passing game early. But they were growing. And week 3 and week 4, you'll see that. Now let's move on to week 3 and week 4. Kyle Allen becomes the starter. Cam is he removes himself from the lineup due to injuries. And a lot of people didn't expect much for Kyle. Yeah. And if you did, you were probably inside that locker room or a small group of people. Kyle Allen came out against the Arizona Cardinals and played like it was a man's world. 4 touchdowns, yeah. Didn't miss a beat, and we needed this. I don't care what anybody says about him not playing a real defense. If you're a Panthers fan, you'll take a win when you take a win. All right, we just came off an 0-2 start. I mean, the team was looking like, I'm sick of this, ready to pack it up for the year. Fans were talking about trade this person, draft picks, all that silly shit. And Kyle came in there and gave us a B12 shot right to the heart, and it came out perfect. Greg Olsen, DJ Moore, it was just beautiful to see. Curtis Samuel go down the street, do the bicycle dance. Yeah, got to see that again. And listen, he had his problems over these 2 games, fumbling and holding on to the ball. But I attribute that to being, a 1-year starter. Not having pocket awareness, you know what I mean? Trying to get a feel for the pocket time and stuff like that. And that'll come with experience. That just comes with experience, y'all. But give him a break, man. For what he did, what he's stepping in against the Arizona Cardinals, beautiful. And against the Houston Texans as well. Let's move on to this defense. This defense that was doing so-so, doing okay the first 2 games, exploded with excitement. Yes, they dominated these Cardinals and these Texans. 14 sacks over these 2 games. They really established themselves. And I got to give credit to Perry Field, Eric Washington, and even Ron Rivera. Hell of a way to utilize your players. And every time we experience some kind of tragedy, or we experience some kind of loss, injury, just some kind of craziness, it seems like we always answer the bell. These are the cardiac cats. These cats fight. Yeah, I mean, they don't give up. Listen, KK went down. Vernon Butler stepped up. Dep. We got Dep everywhere. Dante Jackson gets hurt. Cockrell, shout out to Cockrell. Javen Elliott. We fight. Adversity brings the best out of these the 2019 Carolina Panthers. The 2018 Carolina Panthers, they tucked their tail and soaked themselves. 2019 Carolina Panthers said, fuck that, I'm fighting this shit out. And I love that about these guys. Yeah, and shout out to Dennis Daly. Shout out to Greg Little when he was healthy. He came in and did a good job, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it looks like we got depth. We got a long way to go in this season, but the Arizona game and the Houston game showed us what our future could be if we continue to fight. Last but not least, let's talk about Jacksonville Jaguars game and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. Listen, this defense coming into this game was the number one passing defense. We ran into a buzzsaw by the name of Gardner Minshew. Now listen, he's not a great quarterback. He's a hell of an improviser. And I don't care how fast you are, but you can't cover nobody for more than 4 or 5 seconds. When you're asking guys to hold guys that can run for 6, 7, 8 seconds, it's not going to pan out that way. Gardner Minshew bought time. We weren't able to get the same kind of pass rush that we did in Houston and against Arizona, but we were able to come away with this win. And I got to give credit to certain people. Shout out to Shaq Thompson. Shout out to Brian Burns. I mean, I got it wrong with Brian Burns. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think he was going to necessarily be who he is now because I thought he wasn't big enough. I said if an offensive lineman gets a hold of him, they're going to pancake his ass. But I forgot one thing. You got to catch him. Are you afraid of spiders? I am. Yeah, Spider-Man. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to Shaq Thompson. A lot of people were down on him coming into this year because they were infatuated with Thomas Davis. It's okay to love players, but don't love them to the point to where you knock the next guy because you never know when you'll need them. You know what I mean? So shout out to Thomas Davis, and my condolences go out to him for losing his mother. We are thinking about you, and our prayers go up to you as Panther Nation. But not only that, if I had to pick an MVP right now, it has to be James Bradberry. James Bradberry is my defensive player of the year. No joke. A man amongst boys. I mean, he can hold his own. And going back to the offensive side for a second, Christian McCaffrey, Houston, Arizona, and this Jacksonville game, he has established himself as the NFL MVP. Yeah, he has. I mean, my only worry about Christian, and we all have the same fear, is are we overworking him? But Christian McCaffrey has shown the ability, especially going into this game, that he can do it all. And Reggie Bonifant, I want to go to him as well. Our backups, we got depth. We got depth all across this team, man. There's depth everywhere from running backs to offensive line, linebackers. We got depth. I feel really good about this team. Moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. We went across the seas to face crab legs and the Uber Gooper, Jameis Winston. James Bradberry, my defensive player of the year, as I just stated, man. Listen, first play of the game, interception. Bradberry is an elite cornerback. I don't care what anybody say. His ability to cover the best in the game and do exceptionally well speak for itself. I mean, D-Hop shut him down. Brandon Cooks shut him down. Let's see who else we had. Anybody. And I think he's going to shut down Julio Michael Thomas as well. He's just that good. He doesn't do a lot of bumping of the gum, that rah-rah, and he shuts you down. The silent assassin goes out there, shh, no snitching. Go out there, hold your people down, man. And we went across the seas, and that's what we did. We held them down, man. We got pressure once again. Back to the Houston and Arizona game, we brought that kind of pressure. And it was a good game. And listen, Kyle Allen has done exactly what we wanted him to do. Go out there, be a game manager. Make the plays when you need to make the plays. Don't turn the ball over. And the thing that I love about Kyle, like I said, he's progressing. He's progressing. He went from struggling with fumbles, doing check downs, to now he's making every throw on the route tree. High, middle, check down, dunk down, deep throws, fade passes. And he's doing it with accuracy and precision. I mean, right now, heading into this bye week, we are peaking. Momentum is peaking. Everybody's on cloud 9. I got to say this as my final thoughts, y'all. Going into the Niners game, I expect for us to win. You know what I mean? If we can keep our head focused, keep our head level, come back after this bye week and keep that same energy that we've been keeping, I think it should be a good game because our defense is going to carry us. And I think Kyle Allen's ability to go out there and play efficient football and accurate football bodes over well for us. Now listen, they got a solid defense, but Dennis Daly, I think Trey Turner should be back. I like us. I like our chances a lot. Okay, if we can keep our head focused. Only way we're gonna lose this game if we're not focused, but I don't see that happen. Let me tell me your favorite thoughts about this season. Let me hear about the highs, the lows, who stood out to you, who needs to improve. One area I think we need to improve in, continue to improve on that run game. And listen, other than that, man, I think we'll be just fine, man. I want to hear from you guys. I'm your host, El Grande. Got thoughts on the Big Cat. Tune into Spotify. Tune into podcasts on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, and many more. Put your paws up. Let the church say that. Don't forget to subscribe to the Carolina Panthers custom helmet giveaway video in the playlist. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away free a $300 retail value Marvel's Avenger Carolina Panthers helmet. Keep pounding.